Okay guys, so after putzing around a little bit and finally beating Isser in an arm wrestle, I got my points for that, and seeing Shima dance again, I had to sit through it. I'm ready to start day 3. Day is dawning on day 3. Those flowers were for giving to Shima because there's hidden points in this game. And now they're going to let me know about the poet Omar, and he'll be here at night. And that's something that I have to come back here for. So, day 3, I've pretty much, and Ali Chica's trying to sell me more junk again. If I look at the map, day 3 is kind of just like the last buffer day before day 4, because day 4 is when things start to get time sensitive and you have to do things. So I don't want to get involved in anything. So day 3 is probably going to just be the day that I do a lot of wandering and grinding and things like that. And I'll probably go outside into the desert and just fight some stuff. I'm going to check my inventory real quick. So I have some vigor, mana, and healing pills. And I think this guy keeps telling me to visit this dervish, but I don't really know what he's talking about. Actually, before it gets too late, there is some place that I can go on day 3 that something that's unique to day 3, and I'm going to show you real quick. If you go to your map and you go to the Fountain Plaza, there's a beggar that shows up on day 3, and if you are trying to be a paladin, I'm just going to fill my water skins in case they're empty. There's a beggar that shows up on day 3, and if you're trying to be a paladin, what you want to do is you want to offer up some money to this guy. Centime for the poor, Effendi? Centime for the poor? So all you have to do is just give him some money, and you get some honor points. Give Centime. Thank you, Effendi. You shamed me with your kindness. And not only did we get some in-game points, but we also got the paladin points. So that's definitely worth doing. I'm gonna travel back now to where we were gonna go. And that is to the source lot. I think it's unfair that you can travel to the source lot, but you can't travel out of it. But hey, why would I complain? I'm gonna take my green source. I don't really know the point of the source, by the way. Because anytime I encounter something, it just seems to run away. I mean, you move a little faster on it, to be fair. But it seems to be a little pointless. So I'll just walk with my Saurus. Now, keep in mind, in the desert, you do run out of water faster. So I'm going to make sure I stick to these rocks. I walked a little too far at first. And I'm just going to keep walking until I encounter something. I had the game speed up a little bit. You might not have noticed, but on the screen there, there was a mirage of Arthur from Conquests of Camelot that disappeared right before my eyes. Another Let's Play in your future if you guys continue to watch my channel. Oh, and what's this? You have come to a sandy alcove in the mountains. A strange human-shaped plant seems to have grown out of the sand here. I'm not going to explore this too much because it's too early for this. I'm just going to walk back. I have been out in the desert before, and it seems really hard to get attacked in the desert. I don't know if that's because I'm sticking to the rocks, or if early in the game they're just nice to you and don't feel like attacking you much. Well, perhaps if I venture out of the desert, rock wall. Deserts are a little scary, I'm not going to lie. The vast open spread of it spooks me out a little bit. If you walk far enough, you come to another rock wall. So now I will get completely lost. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to save the game as desert. And I'll go to the right here. One screen to the right, 2 screens to the right, 3 screens to the right, 4 screens. The hot desert air scorches your breath as you breathe. So, it must be getting hot. Okay. It says 2 mostly full water skins, so maybe I'm just getting burnt. Well, this wall just seems to go on forever. That was about 7 screens. 2, 3. Let's see if we can find our way back. Oh, finally. And I made tremendously quick work of that guy. Luckily I can just type search in this game and I don't have to type search body or corpse. And I'm pretty sure this was the screen. So now if I just continue to go this way, I might get across. We're gonna have to find out. And he'll just continue to walk. Okay, so I'm at the rocks again. And I've obviously misjudged where I am. I feel like I couldn't have been too far off from where I was. Without water, you would not survive even an hour in the desert. So I'm obviously out of water. And probably gonna die. Oh. Here's another screen that we're gonna have to come back to later. More on that later. With the tight schedule of the timing of this game, unfortunately I can't get involved in certain things right now. Especially since I want to get back to the town. And up, here we are. We survived. How our source got back here in time, I have no idea. Good day, Effendi. I see your source left in the desert. Most sources find their way back to here to the stables. Okay, so, first thing I'm going to do is get some water. Sick and tired of reading Ali Chica's dialogue. Sorry, guys. To the Fountain Plaza. And, fill my skins. There we go. So what time is it? It's only mid-morning. Jeez. Okay, well. It is the next day, so there is one other thing that we can do, and that is return. By the way, this beggar will continue to beg. He will never stop. But you only need to give him money once. The one place that we can go is back to the astrologer, which is over here. Just a moment, I'm doing a very important derivation right now. Let's see now, if the moon is in the 7th house, mumble mumble. And Jupiter aligns with Mars, mumble mumble. Whoa. Almost hit me. Then peace shall guide our planet and love. Nah, it'll never happen. Now what was it you needed to know? Let's ask him about our fortune. Darkness will lead you into a tomb. You will walk in fire, earth, water, and air, through temptation and at last into despair and desolation. Darkness will triumph unless you stop the last light. Maybe you should consider a new line of work and get out of this hero business. Have you considered accounting? Yeah, folks, so, we basically, got our fortune from this guy, and, that's what he tells us. Because he told our fortune, it's good to give him a dinar. Thank you, 1,000 thank yous. It is with your support that I may continue my vital work. And it's a good idea to give that to him, because that's another thing that will get you points for being a paladin. Now, I'm not 100% sure, but I think that's all you really have to do with this guy. We will return eventually to other characters in the game, but I don't think you're ever going to have to return to this gentleman. But for now, I'm going to return to the Fighters Plaza, and I'm going to practice with Ahura. And in the next video, we're going to see the poet Omar, and we're going to listen to what he has to say. And we will start on day 4, and that's when the game really gets kicking. Because, good day, a most pleasant one for those such as myself who like the heat, although most humans find it hot. Simba here is more like a lion. He is having a wonderful time. Yeah, buddy. So, I'll see you next time, and we'll listen to some poetry. Sound like fun?